Hello and welcome to another edition of Stockwatch. So as we enter the final month of 2020, we're going to take a look at what are the main stocks to look out for and what is looking likely to be very progressive or detrimental as we enter the final round of Q4. So after two unfortunate commercial flight crashes, it has been confirmed that the Boeing 737 MAX airliner will fly out on December the 29th from Miami to New York. So this is very, very positive news for the company because the aviation industries around the globe actually grounded the airline in late December 2018 after the detrimental crashes that I just spoke about. So this will have passengers on board as well. It's not actually a test flight. It will be a commercial flight that will resume. And as I said, it will be from Miami into New York, which is the only destination in America at the moment that the flights will be going to and from. So it's a step in the right direction for Boeing. But the multi-million-dollar question will remain, will passengers be very comfortable to fly on this aircraft again after what's happened in the last few years? Only time will tell, and this will be an indication as whether the share prices itself can get back to pre-pandemic levels that we've seen in March and April. Another glimmer of hope on the world getting back to normal is during the third quarter, Hilton Worldwide opened an additional 133 new hotels, which included 17,000 guest rooms. So more positive news for the hospitality industry in general as we close out Q4 and sink our teeth into 2021, depending on how the vaccination progresses will work. So let's just take a look at Boeing first of all today. So we've seen this quite buoyant rise on the share prices. When I last looked at Boeing, it was in a descending channel, actually falling further and further into the yearly lows that we saw after when the pandemic really took hold. But since the vaccination progression and the recent news that the 737 MAX airliner will actually start operating again, we've seen a flurry of the share price. But a lot of investors and traders themselves, they are looking at the news at the moment as to if the vaccination is actually going to come into fruition at some point this year. So a few share prices and stocks have actually gone down a little bit. Sentiment has turned slightly in the last week. So let's just zoom in on the areas of interest. So we almost had a double top, which it was a bit of a shame that we couldn't reach that far. So we're looking at a bit of a reversal now, and what I'll be looking at is to see how much it is going to reverse. So if I just put a small fibbo in here, so if I just zoom in on the areas of interest again, even closer now. So what I'm seeing at the moment is a possible divergence on the momentum indicator as well. If prices can do another double top here at approximately 223, the top end, then we could be in store for more of a divergence on the indicator if we do get momentum waning slightly. So the first target I'll be looking at is the $205 range and possibly moving down to the psychological level of $200. So that will be quite interesting to see if we can get a bit of support on that level. At the moment, as you can see, prices are starting to come down. We are getting a bit of sentiment shift over the last few trading sessions. It doesn't look likely that we're going to hit this previous top at $233. It looks more likely that we're going to be heading on a bit of a downward spiral now. How far down it will go will depend on, if Boeing are coming out with more positive headlines about their 737 MAX airliner, and also if more planes are taken to the sky after we get the first round of the coronavirus coming out of Pfizer as well. So very, very interesting to have a look and keep an eye just to see if it's going to start falling downwards. As we can see, it's trading very far away from the Ichimoku cloud, which is a good indication. However, the base and converging lines are taking effect at the moment, so we could see prices falling downwards a little bit more. So as I said before, first target $205, then I'll be moving to the 200, and then there'll be some good sell opportunities going down to below $200. So let's just take a quick look on Hilton. And Hilton themselves, again, another buoyant mood, a buoyant factor. And as you can see, there's been a great progression from the pandemic first round lockdown measures As you can see, it's come out of it pretty well, and now we're looking to see how far further it can go. So as I said before, with a lot of stock prices, very buoyant mood on the pandemic headlines. We've seen quite good tops here, but now we're looking at a bit of a reality check on a lot of stocks. Hilton is not getting out of it, unfortunately, and now we're seeing share prices starting to wane slightly. There's a nice support on the indicator for the Ichimoku cloud as well, that we could see prices start falling towards. If we don't see a bounce at these prices, then I fully expect a bit more of a decline and possibly a level at the last gap that we saw, possibly around here, which is about $95, $96. So I'll be looking at that if prices start to wane, fall down, and then get pulled a bit closer to the Ichimoku cloud as well. On the momentum indicator, as you can see, it's sliding quite badly. So, you know, it could form a bullish divergence, but time will tell in the next few trading sessions if that will come into fruition. So something to look forward to and to look at as we close out the week on Friday. So that's all from the Stock Watch today. Thank you very much for joining me. And if you have any comments or questions, please feel free to add them to the video, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Have a great trading day ahead, and bye for now.